What's going on there, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this week's episode of P&Q. So, as you know by now, or hopefully, but then again, I've got a few newcomers lately. This is the question and answer series where you get to ask me questions or put comments to me and I respond the following week. You do this one of three ways. You can either pop your comments or questions down below this video in the comments section, or you can email me directly at miniwarzone@gmail.com. That will get you an anonymous response. Or if you happen to do your own vlogs, videos on YouTube, you address a question to me directly, then I will pick it up there, or even if it's a general question I can use, and then I will use it. So, that said, I don't think I've got any of that ilk this time. I've got one email. Yeah, one email and a few questions from last week. So, that's what we're going to do. Let's jump straight into the email, shall I? Says, so Peter, can I ask you if you're giving up on the likes of Horde and War Machine? You don't appear to be doing much content for that lately. Now, if you've watched my live show, which went out today, the Friday, the day of recording. Obviously, today for you is Monday. So for you, as I said on my live show, I said, I'm addressing you people, you are in the past. But now, because I'm free recording, so I'm addressing you people in the future. I'm talking to you from the past. See, I am a time traveller. If you tuned into that, you would know that no, I'm far from giving up on Hordes and War Machine. In fact, I'm thinking of getting the new rules and the new faction cards, updates, because I enjoy the game. It's a good game. And as for not doing content lately, that's just because I'm one guy and I can't do all games all the time, and I'm really enjoying the Warhammer stuff at the moment. Sorry, a bird just flew by my window. Well, which they're allowed to do, of course. Just distracted me. Anyway, that was my one solitary email. So on to the questions from subscribers or non-subscribers from last week. And we start with Super Wargamer. I think he's asked a couple of questions, actually. Anyway, he says, here we go, setting the scene here. It says, an alien being appears in front of you in your home, tells you in 5 days you have to fight 3 Hormagaunts and that you will be teleported. That they will be teleported to your front yard, then surrounds your house and garden in a force field. Then he said, you can pick one weapon from the Codex Necron, Space Marine or Eldar. If you win, he will remove the force field and you can keep the weapon you choose as a reward. But remember, normal humans can't really pick up or use most weapons as we are too weak. What weapon would you choose and what fortification would you make to your home ready to fight the Hormagaunts? Can't wait till next P&Q. Right, we're here now. We're here. Fortification. Well, I do all the usual stuff, boarding the windows up and that kind of thing, and all the kind of stuff which really, where Hormagaunts concerned, regards to human habitat, isn't going to make much difference. Mind you, I've got 5 days. I could try bricking up the doorways, which I probably would, for a while. I'd leave one way out on top of the building, and hopefully so that I could see down enough to try and get to them. But if I'm trapped in this area around my home, I think, to be honest, the best sort of fortification would be like just meat and vegetation. Not so much a fortification, more a distraction for them, because they'd head for that first, hopefully. Let's go on to the weapons, though. So, I'm thinking, as you say, most weapons normal human can't lift, but I would have to go for a tachyon arrow from Necron Codex. A tachyon arrow. They kind of do that, and they got that thing which comes out the side there. It's got quite a long range, 120 inches in game. I don't know what that would equate to in real life, but it's straight for 10 AP1, and it's an assault one weapon, but it's got one use only. I know that, but I'm kind of hoping it would go through them all in one go if I could angle them right. If they were feeding on like a carcass of some stuff, get a few cows in there or something from the local butchers. If that's allowed. If not, I'll go for a flayed claw, a flare claw. Flare claw. They're not so good statistical wise, but maybe I could just use one of the claws rather than all of them. I could pick up one and use that. Be straight for the user, but yeah. So I may, but then Hormagaunt's armor is not that great. I mean, they got 6-up save, so I'm guessing I'll be able to get through their gelatinous plate with that, or angle it in. So flare claw or a tachyon arrow if I can angle them right. Logically speaking, I'll go for the flare claw, I think. Yeah, flare claw for sure. But tachyon arrow, that's a good idea, you gotta admit. The tachyon arrow. And they're small enough. Because the Necron, I know they're stronger than that, but they're wrist mounted. So come on. And I'm sure I could weld. Or I could even get my goggles out and wield one of the claws of a flare claw. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm going for. So there you go. No, I know what my fortification would be. It'd be a troop of dancing midgets singing happy birthday. I would distract them. I really don't think there's a fortification that could be much use. So I think the carcasses would be better. Thanks for the question. Enjoyable one. And oh yes, says another question here, Super War Gamer. He says, in P&Q, where do you get your sound effects from? They make your videos come alive. My sound effects come from a website called Free SFX. And you got to make an account, but it doesn't cost you anything, and you download your sound effects. And they got thousands of sound effects, thousands. And you know, as and when I need them, I tend to go there and then accumulate and build up my digital file on my computer over time. Music I get from Incompetech, or I'm starting to use the YouTube library now more. And a couple of videos I've used my own music from my old band because I own the copyright on that. So yeah. Super War Gamer says. Oop. Oh, we're talking about my microphone now, the one on the tripod. Says, thanks for the answer. I can't believe it's not the same as mine. They look identical, thanks. And here's a link to my mic to have a look at how much it looks like yours. And I did look at it, and it looks identical. I've got to be honest, it does. Looks exactly the same. But I find it works well and suits my purposes as to what I need. And I did say it's like it's twin. And it is. A little bit of a backing, toing and throwing from that then. Crew Angela Seneca says, what are your top 3 favourite TV shows or series? I'm going for Walking Dead as one of them, because it's happening. Walking Dead. The original series of Monkey, do you remember that? Yeah, Monkey and Pigsy and Sandy, and that was all kind of cool. I mean, I liked the water margin, but it wasn't as good for me as Monkey. So, Walking Dead, Monkey, and I'd have to say Star Trek. The original. Yeah. I've got the revamped old editions now, and they did a really good job on those, remastering them and stuff. I was very impressed. So I got those and those little tin box set things. Yeah. So Walking Dead, Monkey, Star Trek original. And he says, that's a mighty fine collection of spoons behind you in P&Q 112. Are they yours or someone else's? And what's your opinion on collecting in general? Well, those spoons that were on the wall behind me in episode 112, they are not mine. They belong to my daughter. She collects spoons from all around. They come from all over the world. Different people go on to different places, come back with a spoon. They know she collects spoons. It's bizarre, but there you go. I think it's good. Collecting is a good hobby. It's part of any hobby, you know. Well, not part of any hobby. It's part of a lot of hobbies. That's better. It's a part of a lot of hobbies. Part of our hobby here. Some people it's the only part. But with a lot of hobbies, collecting is plays an important role. And yeah, I think it's a good thing. I enjoy it myself. It's nice to track down something you're really after, and get a hold of it. And yeah, I think it's good. It gives you a sense of completion when you get what you're looking for. JS Idaho says, good morning, Pete from across the pond. Good morning to you. I'm curious as to the caution tape behind you. Are you secretly an Iron Warrior, or is it to delineate mini Warzone only areas? Also, in regards to an earlier comment, I would like to see Firestorm Armada models in plastic. Firestorm Armada models in plastic. Yes. Thanks and take care. Plastic is the way now. Just look at the Death Watch detail, man. You don't need anything else. Right. Am I secretly an Iron Warrior? No. Is it to delineate mini Warzone only areas? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you can't cross the tape. No, it's from my old band days. Used to use it a lot, like when you're taping down cables here and there, like when you're setting up like lighting and speaker cables and various things. We had to do it in certain places because it's health and safety. Yeah, it's just a health and safety thing from my music days. And I happen to have some left over. Wargamer Viking says, great video as always. Thank you, Wargamer Viking. Loving your Space Marine Sundays as well. Love it. Look forward to those. Idic BS says, good stuff, Pete. Nice to see you're now nearly at 500 subs. Well, that a bit of an issue with subs and YouTube at the moment. And the analytics are not behaving. They really aren't. Anyway, thank you anyway though. What are your hobby and channel plans for 2017? A good question. 2017 will be expanding into other realms and games and bits and pieces. It will. Definitely a new game on the cards that I'm going to invest in. I don't mean just get one or two, but I mean I'm investing. Other than that, my plans are really just to keep going, keep doing the consistent stuff I'm doing, and just try and get better each time. Because, you know, I know you're always going to get like dislikes and unsubscribes and things, but you know, I'd like to try and minimise it if I can, and because people won't tell you why they don't like stuff, I've got to try and work it out through trial and error. So that is what I will be doing, you know, just trying different new stuff. I'll try new series, I'll try new games, see if that's popular with me and my audience. Anyway, thank you for your question. Thank you for all your questions, guys. Brilliant stuff. Tattoo for you. Says, fun time, brother. What would you like to see out your window every day? The perfect view, so to speak. And then, who is the nastiest meanie in the 40k universe? Well, looking out my window, that's easy. I'd like to see a sunny day on a nice, freshly mowed lawn with trees, birds eating off of a bird table I've put out there, and other nature doing its thing. So yeah, the sun, nice sunny day, always makes me feel good. Always makes me feel good. Yeah. Failing that, I'd like to see you outside the window going, yee, you, woo. Yeah. Who's the nastiest meanie in the 40k universe? Oh, there's so many, aren't there? I don't know. Gee whiz, I don't know. A lot of the meanies, I mean, like, what was that dude from the Thousand Suns Primarch? Oh yeah, the Primarch, Thousand Suns Primarch. What's he called? The one that became a demon prince. I can't remember his name. As soon as I finish this video, I'll be like, oh, so and so. You know who I mean, right? The one with one eye. Became a demon prince. He ended up as a demon prince anyway. But it's like him. I'm taking him as an example. A lot of these guys that become corrupted, a lot of it isn't always their fault. It's like they're as much a victim in this as anyone else, I think. It's just the way, I mean, they did what they thought was right. But the nastiest meanie, I think Horus. I know he's bad anyway, but he's got an even, when you talk about a certain personal character, you say they got a dark side. They got a bad side to them. He's bad anyway, right, Horus? But he's got a bad side to him. Dark side to him. I think. I always got that feeling when I was reading about him. So I'm going to say Horus. Frost and Fists. Great episode. It was great having you in on the live stream today. All mine. Live stream. But you were there, you were like, first one's on. Thanks for that, appreciate it. Great episode, Pete. Sorry for missing out on this one. It took me forever to think of a question. But I did mean to tell you I loved your answer to the music video question. Also, I'd love to hear some of your records sometime. My question for this week is, whose crazy idea was it in your band to try and get sued for publicity? Was this the craziest scheme of experience that you've had with the band? And then in brackets, at least the ones you can talk about. Thanks for your time, my friend. Much love and stay frosty. Wolf Brother Mythos. I can't talk about a lot of the stuff. Not on here, anyway. Whose idea was it to try and get sued for publicity? I think it was mine, actually. I said, yeah, any publicity is good publicity. I think it was my idea. I'm sure I was the one that suggested it. And they were like, yeah, let's do it. I've got so many stories. No, I can't stay on here. It's a family channel, and you know, it's don't necessarily want those on the internet, do you? That's got you thinking. There's so many stories to tell. I mean, have you ever seen the film Roadhouse? I mean, you know, when Dalton walks in to the Double Deuce, and he sees, like, Jeff Healey is the band in that film. They're playing behind a cage on the stage. We had been into places like that and played them. I'm not kidding you. They exist. And they got the cage on this stage for a reason. And you look at it, you go, oh heck, I don't want to play this one. We got to. Got half up front. Oh no. You just want to play, do the gig, get out of there. Get out of Dodge. Oh, I don't know. I remember once we were in this bar and we were getting heckled by this guy, an older guy with a walking stick, and he was making threatening gestures with the stick, and I thought, I used to be a bouncer and they didn't have one in it. They should have had. They should have had a doorman or some security. But anyway, the bouncer in me took over and I thought, he's being a danger to others as well as us. Put my instrument down, jumped off stage, picked him up, took him outside and dropped him on the pavement. Not dropped him on his head or anything, just like put him down. So, and went into a huge round of applause, like, yeah, because he was annoying all the patrons and stuff. Anyway, so we had to start that song again. Like, sorry about that, but you know, we're back on the mic. Sorry about that, but you know, so you can't have people interrupting the show and all this kind of thing. That was one. Oh, I don't know. I've been playing on the back of an Arctic lorry once. Not fair. I don't know. It was some event. And they had some bands on. The stage was the back of an Arctic lorry. And we were playing on there, and there's these two little kids down by the front of. Near the front of the stage, like much further than anyone else. I don't know who was looking after them. Whether like two, I don't know if they were like sisters or whatever. They were dressed kind of similarly, so I'm guessing they kind of might have been. And they're headbanging to. They could have been no more than like 4 years old. They're like, yeah, you know. And that was kind of funny. You want to hear some of the record, that CD? If you want to drop me a message with your an address, I could see if I can get one sent out to you. I don't mind doing that. You'd be more than welcome. But yeah, so, and that's it. Thanks for all your questions this week. It's been fun. Have an awesome rest of the day, and especially have an awesome rest of this week. Keep your hobbying spirits up. Keep your own spirits up. See you on the next one. All brushes lead to war. Bye for now.